I thought Hyun Ming was gonna score this one.
Comeback
He
in
should have
this game. But
scored
let's
this one.
first start with
Look at
this
this.
in the 56th minute, I believe. Brad.
How on earth did he not score that? Right? How on earth did he not score that? Right? It's minute 56. Right? It's Hyun Ming. He's alone with the goalie, one-on-one with the goalie. Right? This guy's been in the Prem. This guy's a legend. Right? He's been one of the greatest sort of left wingers in the Prem for a good amount. Maybe not, the best winger, right? And in the Prem entirely, but he's definitely been one of the greater, mentionable honorable mentions when it comes to, Ballon d'Ors or, Team of the Years or anything like that, right? He's usually been, for an honorable mention in the Prem, right? Like we all know this, right? Extremely fast, good at shooting, great dribbler. He's definitely the greatest player that South Korea has. He's the greatest South Korean. I firmly believe that Hyung Min Sun is the best South Korean. He's the best South Korean on the planet, hands down. I mean, there's no one better than Hyun Ming in South Korea at football, which is crazy because I think they made him do some military time, and there's no one better at football in that country. So even football can't get you out of military service in South Korea. Can you believe that?
But listen, the ball and
Okay, look at that. Look at that header right there. Look, I do want to say one thing. You can clearly tell right here, right there, right? This defender missed the header, okay? He miscalculated it, or maybe, maybe he was able to shove him off a little bit, right? Which is, I think, the only reason Czechia was able to score that goal was simply because I think he just shoved him out the way. I'm not gonna lie. Let's look at that replay one more time.
Then he comes back.
yeah,
Watch,
because
I can see, goes forward, goes back.
yeah, but listen, the ball ends up.
No, you know what? Maybe not.
Then he comes back.
Yeah,
Watch, I
because
can see, goes forward, goes back.
yeah, but listen,
No, he miscalculated. So the defender miscalculated. See right here, the defender's already jumping up in the air. Now he could have calculated, he could have stepped back, calculated a little bit more, and this player would have fouled him and turned. Chechia wouldn't have scored at all. So this is a defensive error. I think true and true. We can all see it clear as day. Defensive error. All right. This guy's got a whole bunch of time. This guy's got a bunch of time too. Right. I mean, his defender's right there, sort of in front of the goalie, but the goalie kind of got him marked, so he's kind of not marking anybody right now. This guy right here. So this guy right here, though, he really, really shit the bed here. All right. But it doesn't matter because South Korea won either way. But this is a mistake, is a mistake that they could easily correct and improve on because he really miscalculated it by like a hair. I think he trusted himself to be able to jump a little bit higher than he thought he could, and turns out he wasn't able to jump that high. But still, I mean, hey, cheers to the South Korea team. They let one goal in from a hungry Czechia. Nobody wants to get eliminated in the first round. All right. It's one thing to be eliminated in the first round. It's another thing to be a number 3 team and, make it at least past that number 3 sort of era. Right? It's like, okay, all right. That trip, that flight, whatever they spent on getting your team to that area was worth it, right? Otherwise, it's like, damn. Right? I don't know. Still, it's a great game, though, man. 2-1 the final. Czechia, South Korea. I mean, this is a great game. Honestly, this game was almost just as dramatic as the Mexico game earlier, just a couple hours earlier. I mean, there were several red cards. It was insane. It was insane. It was insane. Insane. I'm gonna just say, like, I think we all saw the first game of the World Cup. I I'm assuming most of us still watched this game here, South Korea and Czechia. And for those of you that didn't know, I mean, yeah, South Korea has a couple of really notable players, Hyung Ming, and there's a couple other players out there that are notable for sure. You'll probably recognize if you have been watching football recently. Chechia's also got a couple good players too, man. They've actually been surprising me. Like everybody's been out there to ball, man. Regardless of those red cards, regardless, they've all been out there to ball. So cheers, man. The World Cup's finally here, and the first day of football was amazing. Tomorrow we've got 4 games. Can you believe that? 4 games tomorrow for the World Cup. 4. Oh my God, bro. And you know the crazy thing is, every World Cup, there's a couple of teams out there that are known as like dark horses. You know what I mean? Kind of some of those teams that like you got your obvious picks, right? You got France, Brazil, maybe Spain if you're a little biased, and also, you know what, that Rodri, Pedri, Lamine Yamal, that okay, I see they got something going on over there, but Argentina, it's like, oh, respectful. Okay, I respect it. They're champs, right? Returning champs, defending champs. It's respectable. France, it's like you cultured, because France not only did their PSG team, which is a Ligue 1 France team, win Team of the Year last year, and they're probably gonna win it this year. They also won the Champions League last year and this year. And they have, a few good notable French players on the team, some of whom are literally the stars of the team. Mbappe, right? Desiree Doué. Isn't Desiree Doué French too, right? Like, bro. Mbappe, bro. Mbappe, Dembele, Desiree Doué. I forget if he's French or not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna count him in there. Olise, Kamavinga, Chouameni, Mendy, Varane, Koundé, to name a few. Right, the goalies is also world class. I think it's Hugo Lloris. Absolute world class football. And ever still, like almost all of these nations up here to this level, they all usually have maybe like 1 or 2, world class footballers sprinkled around in there, right? And Hakimi's Morocco. I forget who else. Oh wait, Hakimi, Ziyech. Oh, I forget who else, but like Morocco is lethal, lethal. I can't wait to see Morocco in the World Cup, because Morocco in the World Cup is absolutely fucking lethal. Like Morocco in the National League level, like lately, has just been absolutely insane. It's like, if you've been following football, you know what I'm talking about, dude. And also, they've got a couple PSG studs in there, and they've also got that legendary team. Y'all remember that legendary, what was it, Ajax team in the Champions League? Frankie De Jong, Ziyech, right? De Ligt in the defense. Who else? Even everyone on the team was just just exceptional that year, and just did some crazy work in the Champions League. This is what happens in football. Like, football is that type of sport where, like, there's icons and they always perform and always at that level, and they like rarely lose. But it's like it's sort of that thing where, like, ever so often, like, there'll be random teams, right, that you don't expect, that will just get in like a crazy fucking football form. I'm talking everything just flows on some like chakra shit. Those guys, that shit's crazy. That shit's crazy.
The ball ends up being headed on top of the 6-yard box, and there's two defenders, and he ends up coming between the two of them. And as a goalkeeper, you also have to give responsibility. And he ends up coming between the two of them. And as a goalkeeper, you also have to give responsibility.
It's entirely that guy's fault. Number 3, is that number 3? Number 3 in South Korea. What number is that? Is it number 3? It's his fault entirely. I'm sure he feels like shit. Like, if they lost, he would feel like shit. But since they won, he's probably like, shit, definitely gotta, be better next time. But, come on. You definitely could have stopped that. You miscalculated it, and to be honest, bro, like, you had a bunch of time. Like, the guy was running from way, like, damn near by the fucking edge of the box. He miscalculated it, and it almost cost them the game. Almost. But they've got a great attack. Like Hyun Ming, and who's that guy from the PSG, man? I forgot his name. Let me look at the roster one more time here. Was it, once again, y'all, it's Mauri, Florentino. If you do check this out, if you do see this, I had some weird sort of ban on here, so I've only had 12 views there. But, the World Cup is a huge thing, so I'm sure there's plenty of people out there actually watching someone, like, react to World Cup shit out there. But apparently not me, because I got some weird ban. I think either some bot probably triggered it. You know what I mean? Some weird shit like that. I don't know what it was. But, regardless, right? Probably maybe upload a video or a clip. I think I've already uploaded it on TikTok already, and a little bit my thoughts and shit, but it's more of an in-depth analysis type shit. Might upload it on my YouTube, my new YouTube channel, chat. It's Mauri Florentino on YouTube. It's a new YouTube channel, so if you do see this, you know what I'm saying, might upload it on there. I've got sports opinions and shit. I'm a professional sports analyst, right? Mauri Florentino, professional sports analyst. You know what I'm saying? You can be too, if you just analyze professional sports. That's the beauty of it. Anyway. Oh yeah, the PSG midfielder Lee Kang-in, dude, that guy was insane. Like, it was insane. And like I said, PSG has been a team of the year for 2 years now. Lee Kang-in was insane. If you guys seen how Lee Kang-in was moving, like, I'll try to see if I could find a highlight of it later. When they upload the highlight, I'll see if I can find it. And I'll see what I could do to, post without, getting flagged for, right, anything, right? Because, like, I'm trying to get it on the sports conversation, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's a good market, it's a good avenue, and I think, we've seen several commentators or sports we've seen several, like, video game people, even movie directors, singers, actors, all of this stuff come out of, YouTube, and it's like, I mean, social media, Twitch, Kick, TikTok, Vine, in some cases, Kingbotch, right? You know what I mean? Social media. It's not necessarily just YouTube, right? Mr. Beast is the most notable, right? Obviously, when we think of YouTube, right? But anyway, Hyung Ming, he's still up to that level, man. And he's playing for LAFC now, so he's out of his, you know, what's it called? Champions League glory days, you know. He's out of his Champions League glory days, but he's still able to kick back in to that Champions League era mode when it matters, right? Like he's playing competitive, right? He's got some competitive players, right? Hwang Hee-chan is a player for Wolves, right? He's not a scrub, right? He plays for the Prem, right? And right here, Besiktas, right? Besiktas is a fairly good Brazilian team. They're up there with Santos in the Brazilian league where Neymar currently plays, right? So they're up there. They're up there. They're solid, right? Celtic is also solid for Hwang Ji-yang, right? And Ji-sung right? He plays for Swansea City, another Premier League team. Solid team, right? This guy plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach, which, it's an I team, but again, they play against great opponents all the time, right? They play against Bayern Munich, they play against Borussia Dortmund, right, etc. Right? They've got some great teams in that league. RP Leipzig, Zenit is another great team, right? They've got several great teams. I don't know, is Zenit a part of it? I think it is. Right? And then Beijing, Stoke City, Premier League level footballer, world class, right? They've got stacked world class footballers on this team. Like if you don't know anything about football, you probably wouldn't. You probably look at South Korea and be like, shit, what do they know about it? You know what I mean? But if you know shit about football, you're like, yeah, these guys are either gonna win first place in the group or second place, but they're for sure advancing. This is a great team, great team, great team. They're like right now the way this team stacks up, Premier League level. Right? They're Premier League level right now. Right now, this team, as it is, Premier League level. Probably mid-table Premier League, but Premier League regardless. Right? It's your Newcastle, your Everton, your Fulham, right? Your Birmingham City, your Stoke City, right? You know, your Wolves. You get what I mean. Swansea City, you get what I mean. The middle of the table, right? And then you've got this guy from FC Tokyo. This guy drifts on his off time. You know what I mean? He's a fucking legend. And this guy, this defender, Kingmin Jae, he plays for Bayern Munich, dog. Bayern fucking Munich. Did y'all see what Bayern Munich did in the fucking Champions League this year? Did y'all see what they did in the Champions League this year? I don't know if y'all did. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where these teams are from. Right? But let's see. I don't know where these teams are from. Look, there's some of those, right? But Feyenoord, I think I have heard of that team before. I forget from where, but I'm pretty sure, like, they're actually solid. And again, Hyun-Min Son should not be playing in the LAFC low-key. He could still be playing in the Prem low-key. But I think, like I said, they offered him some good money, so I think he made the move. Right? Hwang Hee-chan, what was we at? We went through that. Yes, solid team. Solid team. Let's see if Fox Sports uploaded it yet. There we go. The highlights. South Korea versus Czechia highlights here. All right, I'm going to check it out, even though the algorithm is not wanting the algorithm because I think it was flagged by a bot. I'm not even sure what the exact reason was. I don't think there even is a reason. It might have just been flagged just because of some bots being a bot. But otherwise, I think there'd be plenty of football fans. Anyone, I mean, it would be, it's kind of like the NBA Finals times, like, I don't know, this is like the early stages of it. So it's like still pretty damn hyped, but it's not like to the finals level. So like all of those casual fans, they haven't got to there yet. Some of them like don't even know about it, right? But at the same time, it's like, nah, most people, even the casual fans, are like fucking dressed up and shit, like for this shit, bro.
And we are underway in Guadalajara.
See, man, some of the American folk don't know, man. This shit wild, gang. This shit's like the NBA Finals, but like every match, like, I mean, I'm not saying, you're necessarily going to be as invested, right? Because it's not your team or nothing, but like, especially once it starts getting to like eliminatory, like where it's like every match matters, like you're not going to get a chance to play another match and earn some points type shit. Like round of 16, crazy. Once it's round of 16, like you've already seen so many crazy world-class football matches, or several crazy highlights at that point, because it's one of those things where it's just absolutely insane to say the least.